Hey guys, it's Original here bringing you a quick tutorial on how to install and set up voting on your Minecraft server. Voting allows your players to vote for your server on different sites and receive in-game rewards. This also pushes your server up on those websites' ranks, which helps drive new players to your server, which is a win for both you and for your players. If you don't have a server yet, feel free to check out our server hosting at premiersetups.com, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. The first step, and an important one to not overlook, is to know what port you can use for your server. It's important to know this beforehand because you can't set up Votifer without an open port for your server. This cannot be the port you use to join the server. That one's already busy listening for players. We need a different port that can listen for votes. If you're on our hosting, then I'll show you how to do this during the video. If you're on any other hosting, check out their documentation or contact them to see what port you're allowed to use. Then let's go ahead and get logged into our servers panel as you can see here. We also need to download two plugins. The first one is NuVotifier, which allows you to listen for votes, but we also need something called a vote listener. What a vote listener does is basically gives players rewards when they vote. For this tutorial, I'm using SuperBVote because it's simple and easy to use, but you can use voting plugin or any other vote listener of your choice. Both of these plugins will be linked down in the description below. With both plugins downloaded, let's go ahead and install them onto our server. It's important to install plugins while the server is turned off, so verify that your server is turned off before continuing. Then let's go ahead and drag both .jar files that we just downloaded into our plugins folder. And as soon as they are uploaded, that's all we have to do and the plugins are now installed. If you are on our hosting, then the next step is to assign a port to your server. This can be done in the network tab above console and clicking create allocation. This will create another port as you can see here. It is important that we do not want to use the primary port, but the new port that was created just below it. With the ports and plugins ready to go, let's go ahead and start the server. As you can see here, Votifier starts and it says that Votifier has been enabled on the socket. The plugins have also created some files for us to configure. And now that the configuration files have been generated, let's go ahead and turn off the server again. And let's open up the Votifier config file. This can be found in your plugins folder under Votifier and under config.yml. In the config.yml, we want to leave the host as 0.0.0.0, but we need to change the port to the port that we just assigned to the server. After that's been changed, let's go ahead and save the file. Then we can go ahead and turn on the server, and this time Votifer should say that it's listening on socket 0.0.0.0, but this time with our port afterwards. If that shows correctly, then you've done this step correctly. If not, ensure that you've left the host as it was, and double check your port that you are using. After the server is up and running, the next step here is to test the Votifier connection and make sure that everything is working properly. I'll be using a testing service from MC Tools, and the link for it will be down in the description below. The first thing I'll put in is my in-game username and then the IP of the server. It's important to note that we do not put the port of the server, it only wants the server IP, not the port. The option afterwards is the Votifier port. This is the port that we just put into our Votifier config. The last step is the public key. This is automatically created by Votifier and can be found in the Votifier plugin folder under RSA and then public.key. Do not use private.key. Go ahead and copy everything in the public.key file and paste it into the site. Then make sure you've joined the server. If you're not in the server, the player will not get a reward. Then go ahead and click send test vote. And as you can see in the chat, you should get a message saying that you have voted from mctools.org. Now that everything is connected and running correctly, we can go ahead and customize what rewards a player is given in the SuperBVote configuration file. Let's go ahead and turn off the server and open up the config file found in SuperBVote folder and scroll down to where it says rewards. You will see two options here. The top option is only for someone with the SuperBVote.test permission. The idea of this is so that you can assign a permission to a donor group and give them better rewards for voting. The one underneath is marked as default, and this is the one given to everyone else that doesn't have the permission above. You can see the default command is to give a player $1,000. If we wanted to add a diamond to the rewards, we would just create a new line and set the command to /give %player % being the player, diamond, and then 1 at the end to say we only want to give them 1 diamond. Then with that, let's go ahead and save this folder and change the message to also announce that we've got a diamond. Let's go ahead and save it one more time. And let's go ahead and go back to the server. With that change, let's go ahead and start the server again and follow the same steps as before to send one last test vote to the server. I've gone ahead and filled out all the information as we did before, and now if I click send test vote, we are given $1,000 and a diamond. And that sums up how to use Votifier and SuperBVote to reward your players. There are a few other options in the config for SuperBVote that you may want to enable, such as the /vote command, but you're welcome to customize those however you see fit. With that being said, if you have any other questions or problems setting up Votifier, our Discord server offers support for all sorts of Minecraft server problems and plugin questions. You can join us at discord.premiersetups.com. I'll put a link in the description below as well. Be sure to check out our hosting or pre-made Minecraft setups at premiersetups.com. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Luigi Cal out.